You can use the machinery module to purchase and rent machines, check and update the relevant accounts payables and receivables, and check the records of each purchase and rental transactions. To access this module, press the machinery button on the home page. You can purchase your desired machine by pressing the purchase button and then selecting your required item from the list. On the purchase invoice page, set the transaction date, type the seller's name and mobile number, and type the quantity purchased and unit price of the machinery. If you have paid any amount already, type the amount paid in the designated space. It is mandatory to set the due date if you have not paid the full amount yet. Press Save to record the transaction. The machines that you have in your stock can be rented. To record a rental transaction, press the Rent button and then select the item rented. On the Rent invoice page, set the transaction date, type the name and mobile number of the renter, type the quantity and unit price of the rented item. Set the unit type, which can be in hour, day, land, or kg. If the unit type is in hour, you have to type in the number of hours the item is being rented. Then, set the start date, start time, end date, and end time of the rent. If the unit type is in day, you have to add individual start dates. If the unit type is in land, you have to select whether it is in acre or hectare. You also need to type the area of land to be covered by the rented machine. Then, you have to set the start date, start time, end date, and end time. If the unit type is in kg, you need to type the amount of good in kilograms to be serviced by your rented machine. Then, you have to set the start date, start time, end date, and end time. If the renter has already made any payment, type the amount paid in the designated space. If there is still any amount due, it is mandatory for you to set the due date. Finally, press the Save button to record the transaction. You can see the accounts receivable and payable pertaining to machinery by pressing the Due Status button on the machinery-related page. The Due Recovery button will show the list of accounts receivable, where you can press View to see the corresponding details. You can also update any amount paid by your renter in the designated space. If there is still any amount due, you must set the new due date, and then press Save to update the log. Similarly, the Due Payable button on the Due Status page will show you the list of accounts payable, where you can press View to see the corresponding details. You can also update any amount paid to your seller in the designated space. If you still have any amount due, you must set the new due date, and press Save to update the log. Finally, the Log button will show you the lists of all purchase and rental transactions. Press Sales Log to view the list of your rent made, and tap on a specific transaction to view the detailed rent invoice. Similarly, press Purchase Log to view the list of your purchase of machinery, and tap on a specific transaction to view the detailed purchase invoice. The Inventory Log will show you all the scheduled rents of your machines, sequenced by date. You can select a specific date to see the machines rented on that day along with their timing.